you, Bashan.
I'm on it today.
You're on it.
Let's see how long this lasts.
Hello? No, I didn't. That's already done. Yeah. All right, so the docket is going to be called at 9 a.m. It is now 8:57 a.m., but let me give everyone instructions. So the court is keeping the well as least congested as possible. So these are the rules for attorneys. You will see the boxes with the state's file in them. If you want to confer with the state, please just take your file from the box, hand it to a prosecutor, and then take your seat. They will call you up when they're ready for you. And trust me, nobody's going to skip in line. They'll call you in the order in which you appear to them. Then if you want to approach the court, what you need to do is there's a big sign over there. You just tell the clerk what your file is. The clerk will place it up here for me. And again, no one will be allowed to skip in line, and we will take you as your files are presented. So everyone is welcome to confer, and the court will call the docket exactly at 9 a.m. It's 8:58 a.m. now.
Yeah, and I know that I agree with this, so it's just sad. That there's the integrity of the big Jewish associated with here. We've been in the last 2 weeks, and so we've been on emergency. I haven't got even all my.
Yeah, but actually.
What is our?
All right, I'm going to call the docket. If you're here, you need to let me know you're here. If I don't know you are here, then a warrant may be issued for your arrest. Juan Martinez.
Here.
Andres Martinez. Andres Martinez. Jose Rodriguez Rivera. Jose Rodriguez Rivera. Joshua Carroll. Is he in custody?
We had Adam Carroll.
All right, Joshua Carroll. Alexander Williams. Alexander Williams. Aaron Decollette.
Here.
Ready.
Jasmine Hardaway. Jasmine Hardaway. Joshua Carroll. Brandon Wright.
Present.
Wesley Crawford. Wesley Crawford. D'Angelo Robinson.
Here on, Mr. Robinson, I talked to him this morning, he should be on the way.
Brandon Sierra. Brandon Sierra. Deputy Laura, I think you may need 2 rows. Henry Peterson.
Your Honor, he's president of the council. He's just helping his fiancee at the restroom. They'll be here in just a minute.
Who is he helping to the restroom?
His fiancee, she's in the chair.
Okay. Let me know when he is here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Jeremy Duke.
Here.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Okay.
Duque, okay. Marcus Bennett.
Here.
Luisa Ruiz Gallegos.
Here.
Megan Tierney. Caitlin Martinez. All right, is there anyone who's present whose name was not called? Yes, over here, what's your name? What?
AJ Delgado.
What is your case number?
Yeah, 1-0-0-7-7-5.
All right, just give us a moment. And over here?
And bonus,
All right, what is your case number?
and then
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
and then 66-8627.
All right, just give us a moment. We're going to check on that. Normally, we don't have pre-indicted cases on the docket, but just give us a moment. Is there anyone else? All right, attorneys, if you have someone who is in custody, you need to let the deputies know so that they can bring them out. Otherwise, please confer and please follow the rules.
I'm sorry, Joseph.
Yes,
Looks like my client just got here. Just
who's your client?
D'Angelo Robinson.
All right, you need to be on the front row.
But I don't.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you?
Thank you.
I'm from. Give me a couple minutes.
No, no, I'm just aware.
What did I do?
It's okay.
Dennis Martin? Justin Hardaway? Rodriguez Rivera? Luis Diego? Megan Attorney? Brandon Michael?
Got Mr. Peterson's watching.
All right,
76, 1142.
just let Deputy Laura know that he can just have a seat in the audience.
7-6-0-4-2.
76, 1142. You might get one.
For Daniel Flores.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, doesn't look like you're waiting to come for today. We don't do free. Just wait for our folks to find the mail. Contact with your chief.
Well, I got mine.
Your case is still waiting in judgment. We don't do free.
You want to see my people? So I just
I'm
want to
looking
get
at
a
it. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're
Okay.
good. So just keep in contact with your attorney and look out for a food card in the mail.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Let me go home. I don't want.
You will be fine.
Thank
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm here on Justin Cotton. The state's working together and offer for him. It's a first setting. Can I go to some other courts and return? My what?
You're working on what?
Justin Cotton.
What are they doing with it?
They're digging through it, trying to figure out what they want to offer him.
All right. Who are you conferring with?
It's done right here.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I'm here. It won't be long.
All right, no problem.
So we don't do pre-hearings. Your case is still waiting indictment, so just wait for the mail and keep in contact with your attorney. You're good to go for today. Okay.
Give me a minute. So, to Greece. Many years ago, people left, we saw cherries. There's some cherries on the side of the road. That was plural this time. The word like this.
Can you pull us out from this?
I'm just saying good morning.
Oh, yes, that's.
No, no. Been a year. I know. Good. Keep learning. Not here forever or what? Yeah. Yeah, and next week.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, great.
How you been?
Oh, good. Good. I complain. How you been?
I'm headed to the mountains. But
Oh,
I'm gonna take a little trip up to Colorado with my wife.
oh, well, have fun.
Yeah, we're gonna drive.
Be careful if you're skiing or anything.
It's those roads there,
Oh, wow.
you
I
know,
can't imagine.
yeah, they're. And you know, the locals, they just zoom by you.
Excuse me, Daniel? Daniel.
Yes.
Oh, no, this Daniel.
Yes.
I didn't know there were two Daniels in the courtroom. All right. Can you all bring this file down?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thanks.
Yes.
And if it takes longer now, I'll make it. Do too much on it. Which files? Mason.
Caroline, can you check to see if this case is closed?
It's on the docket. It's on the docket. Yes, I don't. I. They can navigate it. I mean, it's, you know, it's-
What's on the docket? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
On this case, you asked us to pull down.
Yes.
I think it was planned like a year ago or something.
There's an issue.
Okay.
And I'm
I
gonna
can pull
sort
the
it.
police reports, but I think the actual file is probably not with us. It's probably at archives. I can get it, but it may take a few hours.
I'm gonna file an email to you all
Okay.
so that you can look at it, because there are some issues with her probation.
Okay. Is it probation though? Because I read something about she was transferred to PDC or something.
Yeah, but she was supposed to be in Saturn
Uh-huh.
or either safety.
Safety, I think it's a.
But she had a stroke. And so now she is,
Stuck
Stuck
in
in
limbo.
limbo.
Okay,
so I'm trying to see what you all want to do
okay,
with that.
okay.
So let me find your email. Yes. Oh, doing great.
Thought you might be at Carrie's funeral this morning.
No, I didn't, I had no idea.
It was this morning, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it was tragic. I'm here on Andreas. You know, I'd like to think next time can have the benefit of a few days to prepare in light of this kind of bizarre move by the one set of prosecutors. Mr. Bunkers told me that he didn't have complainants available apparently. And he's picking a jury down the thing.
okay. Just give me a moment. And we'll take that up. We need to grab the file from the clerk.
Okay. I need in the further support, but if we can do it quickly.
Well, if you want to go down to Coretta's.
I'll come back up.
Yes.
Okay.
Your SID number or case number? What's your date of birth? What's your name?
Michael Crawford.
You said 92 or 80?
83.
Oh. Okay, let's think it closed on July 18th. It was closed. No, you don't have anything open.
Oh, wow.
I just have Walt's case. I mean, she's on for a trust case. I mean, could we just like would alternate amend to take away the safety and just let her be on regular? I mean, I don't know what she can do on probation either way, but I mean, I don't think there's any utility in having her sitting in jail right now at this point.
Well, actually, she is, let me see, I forwarded.
I saw the email, yeah.
So, let me see.
Why is she here on a bench warrant? Because she was at safety when it happened, I guess.
Well, yes, so she was originally in felony drug court.
Okay.
And if you want to look at the court's file, and so what ended up happening is she had the medical emergency at the facility. And so the facility wanted her picked up.
Certificate needs So what would we need to do to get her out of safety? Like, I mean, essentially right now.
We can, file a motion to, alternate conditions to
Okay.
remove,
Safety.
yeah.
Okay. And then, I mean, she started in October. I mean, I understand she's, having a serious issue, but I mean, at this point, do you think we can just leave her on regular probation and they'll work with her based on her condition?
Yes, Bashan, could you come forward for a moment? This is on Miss Gonzalez, the one who was at, that's okay. Everybody's always. All right, she's the one who was in felony drug court. They sent her either to safety or Saturday, and she had a stroke in safety or Saturday. And so she can't do anything. So she's sort of in limbo. Like the hospital is like, somebody better come get her. The jail is like, somebody better come get her. So the state is saying, let's just alternate the conditions to remove the Saturday for safety. But I don't even know if she'll be able to do anything on probation. I don't know the status of her.
Her medical condition.
Yes.
Okay, do you want me to see if we can get some kind of status on the medical condition and what her abilities are?
Yeah, so let's do this. So first, let's remove the condition of safety or inpatient treatment.
Okay.
And then we'll just continue her alternate conditions for that. And then we can see what her abilities are, because I don't know if her abilities are, she can't do anything. Then
Correct.
Right.
we may need to just terminate her exam.
Yeah,
Okay.
and honestly, that may be the case. It says a serious medical condition. which we're assuming is a stroke, but I just, you know, she may not be able to do anything. I don't know. But right now she's just sitting in jail.
Okay. All right, can I get that costume?
Yeah. 21 and then it's 74.99. Yeah, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Either way, no.
Okay, either way.
She said. Oh, yeah.
All right, this one's done. Thank you.
Nope. You don't get that. No, you did. I'm still doing one better. Just give me a couple of minutes. Yeah.
Hi, just give me 1 second. I'm just typing this email very quick.
Not all. Yeah. July. Yeah, I got paid with the local. Where do you want?
What is the motion about?
That's all.
You want to accept it or reject it? You want to reject it? Okay, thank you.
All right, who is your case?
I have Brandon Wright.
All right, so you'll just tell the clerk to pull the files.
Okay,
And I'll take it.
They want me to pick a jury in downstairs, so that's why $3.99, so
All right,
I'll have her full of them.
She just said get something over here for you. Okay.
Can you pull a couple of files that we can give to the judge, please? I have
I'm not gonna play again.
Brandon Wright, Omar Orunga,
When I get it, I'll talk.
and Ruben Rodriguez.
You want to please, no, please, boys.
Safety. Just that never matters.
Are we? First row, ma'am, did you have your names?
So, Justin Cotton.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. Now he wants to approach and talk to you.
Oh, no, just give me 1 second, Mr. Cotton, I'm sorry. Brandon Wright. Brandon Wright.
Present judge. Yeah, I'm gonna put the big jury downstairs, so we're just trying to get the people.
Okay,
He lives in Houston, he's gonna ride his bus back.
all right, on Brandon Wright, do you have all the discovery?
As far as I know, yes, I took this case over from Mr. Acevedo. Mr. Villarreal and I have been conferring on it. I believe that I have everything,
There's
yes.
an update from last week I haven't been able to compare with him about, but it's potentially additional discovery coming in that was obtained by SAPD.
All right, so we're gonna reset this, for, September 1st.
Can we move it to the week after that?
Okay, can we move it to the week before that?
No,
Where are you going to be, Mr. Bell?
Ireland.
How did I know?
With Darby Gill,
I'm
the
just
little
jealous
people?
of what it is.
I come back on the, let me see, come back on the 12th, I think. I come back on the 10th.
Okay,
Can we do Monday, September 12th?
let me ask you this, what about August 22nd?
Is that a Monday?
Yes.
Tuesday, Monday?
Yes,
I am in town. I'm here Monday, August 22nd.
all right, so we're gonna set it for August 22nd. And that's just to make sure you have all the discovery and the state has tendered an offer, okay?
Okay,
So let me write state to tender offer. And discovery acknowledgement will be due.
may I inquire about this? My client resides in Houston and his only way of getting back and forth is on the bus.
Mhm.
Does he need to be here on that day or can I come on his behalf and confer with Mr. Villarreal regarding discovery?
He can be present by Zoom.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right,
That would,
so let
that
me-
that helps him a lot. Thank you.
All right, so let me get a reset form. Brandon Wright is reset for August 22nd.
Once I talk. I'll call you and let you know what he's telling
Let me see what page he is on.
me.
You got page 8, Judge.
All right, thank you.
I just couldn't.
All right. So you'll be allowed to appear by Zoom for the August 22nd setting.
Yes,
All right.
Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
They're gonna give you a reset form. Omar Kalunga. Are you on Omar Kalunga?
Yes, I'm. I'll be right back. Okay. Thank you.
Are you?
Thank you. Yes, I'm on Omar Kalunga. Yes.
Is he on bond? Omar Kalunga.
Yes, please.
Okay, your client is,
He's in custody. I'm sorry, my bad. He's in custody.
Here.
all right, just bring him out real quick. All right, who is the prosecutor on Omar Kalunga? All right, we're here for discovery. So has all the discovery been tendered?
Judge, we're still having issues with the hearing recording.
With the parole hearing?
Yes, Judge. I spoke to someone who was involved in hearing, not the hearing officer, but someone with the board. She said that they don't keep a copy, that it's the specific officer who makes a copy and that the defendant is given a copy. But she didn't have one. She gave me a route that I could go down to try to see if possible. But we haven't been able to follow up on that yet.
All right, okay, this is gonna be the last setting for the parole hearing recording. I'm gonna recall it for August 22nd, because you're gonna be here anyway.
Yes, sir.
And so
Yes,
any
Judge.
witnesses that need to be subpoenaed for a hearing to try to get the parole recording, that needs to be done by then.
August 22nd. Yes. sir.
Yes. Mr. Kalunga, your attorney is in a jury trial in another court. So we're gonna bring you back on August 22nd, and that will be for discovery hearing. Thank you. Here you go. Ruben Rodriguez. Okay, it's Charles Bunk on Ruben Rodriguez. No, we don't have Joshua Carroll. All right, just a moment, Mr. Carroll. Can you give me the file on Joshua Carroll, please? All right, Mr. Sharman, just have a seat. I'm going to call you when I get to you. Thank you. Joshua Carroll, why were you late?
It was a delay. It was a delay on the bus. I got number two, but then two have to delay on it from Durango.
You need to start catching the bus earlier. I used to take the bus when I was an attorney. And guess what? I would end up at the courthouse at 7 a.m., even though my first case wasn't until 9 a.m. because I wanted to make sure I was there on time for my clients. So you have to be here on time even more so because it's for your case. And if you're not on time, a warrant could be issued for your arrest. Do you understand? All right. Is Charles Funk still back there?
Yes.
All right. Can you knock on there and tell him? Who's the prosecutor on Joshua Carroll? I'm asking for the prosecutor. That's okay. All right, what is happening with this?
Yes, I don't know. I saw Mr. Bunk walk in by.
Okay, all right, we'll see if they're gonna accept the plea offer because this is the plea deadline date. All right, Justin Cotton.
You can, whenever you want to hear it.
Yes, what is
The
happening?
state
in
has
this
made
case?
an offer of 8 years. He is.
Oh, no. Here's the thing. You all are doing plea negotiations. I'm not supposed to know what the offer is because plea negotiations are confidential. So my only question is, where are we on this case?
Judge, the state has extended an offer to Mr. Cotton. He is at this point declining that offer. I did make Mr. Sherman aware that currently he's alleged to be a repeat offender, but most likely we will be re-indicting him absently to allege the habitual offender allegation. So that's the only potential change that might happen. I don't think it'll derail necessarily the settings, but we might have to re-indict just for that purpose.
All right, so what do you want to do, Mr. Cotton?
Your Honor, I just came from Nueces County, having paperwork. I just signed 5-year deferred adjudication over there, similar charge.
Here's the thing, I don't have any,
I understand.
don't negotiate with me, right? I'm not the person you negotiate with. The person you negotiate with is the state through your attorney. So don't come before me saying that Nueces County or whoever it is gave you deferred and that you want me to do that. Because I haven't seen any of the facts in your case. I only know what you're charged with. And once if you decide to enter a plea, or if you decide to enter into open plea to the court, that's when I'll know what you're charged with and the facts behind the case. So as far as you negotiating with me, trying to get a specific deal, this is not the time for that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so do you want to continue to confer with your attorney?
I went to open plea.
All right, talk to your attorney about it.
Judge, I think, no, man, we're going in circles, and not to be disrespectful to the court. He's asked for another lawyer. If he doesn't get it he wants, he keeps on going around.
He said he wants to talk to you about an open plea, so please discuss an open
I
plea
did
with
do
your
that.
attorney.
Yeah, I did do that.
All right, then, if he wants to do an open plea, you all need to fill out paperwork. All right, Joshua Carroll. Come forward. And Mr. Carroll, shorts are not appropriate style for the courtroom. I mean, don't do that. You know shorts are not appropriate style for the courtroom. I mean, if you don't, you know now.
Ma'am, I do know now.
All right, so don't do that again, although I do like the outfit. I like the color combinations. I think it's great for barbecue or whatever. I think it's a great outfit, but you can't wear shorts in court, okay?
I'm sorry, I know you.
No, that's no problem. Everything is a learning process for everyone. Like if nobody ever told you, then you can't be held responsible. So now you know, okay? All right, although people are now starting to dress up shorts.
All right.
I think women are allowed to wear them if they sort of like are slightly below the knee and you put heels on with it.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so Mr. Carroll, today is your plea deadline date. So have you had a chance to discuss that with him? I mean, I'll extend the plea deadline date because your attorney has to be in trial in another court. I'll extend it to the same date as the 22nd when
Yes,
your other
please.
cases are set.
Thank you.
But I'm not going to extend it any
That's
further.
fine.
And I'm extending it because your attorney needs to go to trial in another court, okay? All right. I do like that color combination though. All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you give a reset form for August 22nd?
Okay. That's all the issues.
It's number one.
All right, do you have anyone else with us, Mr. Bond?
I do. I also have.
Scott.
Um,
Oh, Caroline, these are done. I'm still working on the other.
Thank you.
I thought I had a Rodriguez, but I don't see, I don't see it folder.
Do you have Brandon Wright?
I mean, Brandon Wright, we did. Carol, we did.
Did we do Brandon Wright?
We did Brandon Wright. He's the Houston bus guy.
Oh, thank you. Are you Andrea Watson?
No,
Okay.
I think that's
Edward
it.
Garcia,
No,
Ruben Rodriguez?
I think I might be Ruben Rodriguez.
Yeah, tell me that one.
Ruben Rodriguez?
We have them in the document.
Okay. Can you,
I'll come up during a break, Judge. That's, I'll let you keep working. I'll run downstairs, check in with Castro, and I'll come back.
okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Charles, already signed.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, just hold this until Charles wants to. Yes. Okay, who did? Okay, so when is that?
He needs to. I have. I got Travis massage.
So they still need to say when they're gonna come on this time so we can get our sense. Okay. Who's here on D'Angelo Robinson? All right, so let me see what page he's on. Just give me a second. All right, Mr. Robinson, why were you late? I can't hear you. What? Don't be late again. You understand? Have you conferred with the state?
I did, Your Honor. We're here originally on some discovery that we've been waiting on.
Oh, and Mr. Charge on this side. Yes.
I just got an email, so I haven't had a chance to review it, just to see what I got, but I got a general idea. I did want to request some things, which was Mr. Sanders provided fingerprint, but I want a fingerprint of the arrest as well to kind of compare the two.
Mhm.
So he's gonna kind of look into that, but it kind of looks like things are moving along as far as that goes. I also, in addition, did file a motion requesting that the court remove the GPS leg.
Okay,
monitor.
we're gonna get to that.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to figure out where we are on this case and where it's going.
Yeah.
So, do you have all the discovery or no?
I can't say for sure because I haven't had a chance to review what I got this morning, and I might want a fingerprint from the scene compared to fingerprint from, his arrest though. So I can have somebody tell me, yes, they are the same, or no, they're not the same.
Okay, all right, so when is this going to be done?
I am not 100% sure, Judge.
Well, Judge, so I provided the discovery that we discussed at the last
Yes.
hearing date. He mentioned today that he wanted, I guess, a copy of the fingerprints that were taken when Mr. Robinson was booked. That shouldn't be too complicated or take too long to get. I could get that within a week. But then he also mentioned that he would want to get an expert to compare that, and I'm not sure how long that's going to.
All right, so if you want an expert, you need to get that expert now.
I'm actually looking for one as we speak, Your Honor, so I can include it in the ex parte.
All right, so
request.
when is that going to be done?
I don't know, Judge. I'm kind of beating the bushes with Sackville trying to find the fingerprint expert.
Just Google. I mean,
Yeah, it's got to be somebody that's also willing to work for, for.
no, I understand. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a 1 month reset. And at that time, you all need to negotiate off docket. And then when you come back, you're getting your plea deadline date, which is gonna be within 2 weeks of that date. Do you understand? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 1 month reset on Mr. D'Angelo Robinson. All right, you're coming back on September 6th.
Yes, Your Honor. And I wanted to also address the court regarding,
Just a moment, I have to write it in 1, 2, 3 files. All right, and then you have the motion to modify bond conditions for the removal of GPS. State, you have any objections to the removal?
We do, Judge.
All right. All right, so they won't allow removal. So they're also asking for partial. I'm assuming for him to work.
He is on partial.
he's on partial right now, Judge. I wanted to make it easier for him to get a job. He's landed some job interviews, but the leg monitor is always a no-go. It's a
What, they
deal.
won't give him a job if he has a leg monitor? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, that's the issue. Even the job that we had lined up through is a pretrial services officer.
doing landscaping. Once he did the interview, they told him, we're not gonna do the whole like monitor, having to worry about when you're gonna go, where you're gonna go, because they have to go and do lawns all over town.
No, you just tell the GPS people, I'm doing lawns at this address. This is the date and time I'm gonna do it. And then on the GPS, it'll even show if he's at the specific location or not.
And I think it was just an issue with they don't just go to one place every day or,
No, I mean, all he has to do is call GPS and say, I'm gonna be at 206 Lathan Street. And I'm doing a lawn there. And then when the person who's in charge say, oh, we're going to 309 Ferguson Street now, he just picks up the phone and say, now I'm going to go do a lawn at 309 Ferguson.
And I think it's just been an issue. It's just been like they're not even wanting to give him the job. So he is going to school as the court instructed. So he's working on getting his GED. I think this would just give him an opportunity to be able to work as well. Make it easier for him to be able to land.
So let me ask you this, and state, maybe you know, so the Ogden state, are these different Ogden states?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm not inclined to remove it because he's on bond for an aggravated robbery, two aggravated robberies and an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And Mr. Robinson, I don't take any of this as true because I haven't been presented with any facts of the case. But I know that these are allegations that are alleged to have been committed on different dates. So I'm not inclined to remove your GPS, but I will allow you to work. And if, you're going to be working for a lawn service, you have my permission and he has my permission. He just needs to pick up the phone and call pretrial services and say, I'm at this specific address right now doing a lawn. And then when they get ready to go to the next place, he needs to say, I'm now going to this specific place to do a lawn, and the GPS will show if he's at the specific place he's supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
And then if they have a problem with that, let me know and we will set it for a hearing, and I will have the pretrial services officer zoom in and we'll clear up any confusion. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
is there anything else?
That is everything.
All right, then be sure to get your reset form for Miss Ferguson, and we will see you all back here.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, here's this one. Just a moment, we go in order of appearance, so just have them pull the file and we will take it. All right, who's here on Andrea Watson?
I am present, ready.
And where is Watson?
You're right.
All right, Mr. Watson, come on up. So, Mr. Watson, we're gonna have a jury here this afternoon at 1:30, so he'll be up for jury trial.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else that's needed?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so deputy, he's gonna be down for jury at 1:30. Thank you, Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, you're always dressed appropriately. I appreciate that.
Excuse.
Yes. And that's the jury trial at 1:30. Edward Garcia. All right, on this one, are you all ready to proceed?
We're ready.
All right, just give us a moment. The court reporter should be here in probably about 10 minutes. And we'll take that up. Thank you. Megan Tierney.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Who is the prosecutor on Megan Tierney? It's a assault peace officer.
Marcus,
Hi. So where are we on this case?
Judge, I made an offer today. Carissa's gonna provide me with some additional documents that may change the offer, but she does have an offer. And I told her the offer it would potentially get better based on what she provides me.
Okay. All right. On this case, I'm going to set you for a plea deadline date. And that plea deadline date is going to be August 29th. Is there enough time for all parties?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset form. Could you give her a reset form? Thank you.
Thank you. May my client be excused after we get done?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, who is the party on Luisa Ruiz Gallegos?
Present for Your Honor. She's present as well.
All right, you come forward.
And I was dealing with Michael.
Yes. All right, so how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
All right. Well, I signed the dismissal. My understanding is the state is dismissing. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Everyone goes to the state. All right, have a great day. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Can you see which page he's on? Oh, I found it. Thank you. Sometimes the names rhyme together.
Yeah.
All right, who's here on Juan Martinez? Thank you. And where's Andres Martinez? Why were you late?
I was outside.
Court is not outside. You've been here enough to know that court does not take place in the hallway. You understand? All right. So with regards to Mr. Martinez, how many witnesses do y'all anticipate?
Probably at least two, Judge. I tried to be in contact with Mom, who lives in College Station.
Okay.
And so at least two that I am aware of. There may be more.
All right. How many witnesses are you all anticipating?
I would say at least 2 or 3, Judge.
Okay. So when do you anticipate having these witnesses?
We just needed to check with the court and see what the court's date preference was so that we can give notice to all of the parties.
Okay. All right. Ms. Ferguson, are we available for the week of the 22nd? All right, are you all good for the week of the 22nd?
We are, Judge. Is it possible to have it on the 23rd?
or later instead of the Monday.
Yes, I know.
Then I'll take care of whatever I need to if you
All
want to
right,
have it.
what is your availability date?
Well, it's 22nd, I may be out,
Mhm.
but 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, even into the next week. Judge.
All right.
Next week is more problematic for me, but
So can you text the court reporter and see if she's available? We could do it on the 26th in the morning. And that way your case will, well, your case and the co-defendant's case will be the only one in the morning on Friday. So if everybody's here at 9, we can start at 9. Just give us one moment. Yes. And it would just be in the morning.
And by the way, good morning.
Good morning. It's a Tuesday on a Tuesday.
Tuesday on a Tuesday. I
Yesterday
understand.
was sort of a Monday, on a Monday where the Monday was a holiday, and you're making it into a Monday and a Tuesday. Am I correct on that?
were you able to find any good pins on your trip?
Yes, well, you know what? I thought, oh, that is beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I found one for St. Patrick's Day, believe it or not.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, I was like, I gotta get this. All right, so we're gonna do it on August 26th at 9 a.m.
We'll have everybody here.
All right,
We
thank
will
you.
too.
And
Thank
if
you,
and
Judge.
if I could see both parties, but you can have a seat, they're gonna give you a reset form, okay? Can you put me on mute? Right, you can unmute.
Yeah.
Okay, writing that it's 20, correct? All right, thank you. Then I'm just waiting for Brenna for release. All right, and can I see the file on for Linda Corley and Miguel Hernandez, those attorneys? Norma, the jury's not going. The attorney is still. So it's gonna be maybe Watson. Okay. All right, could I have is Mr. Deary in custody?
Yeah,
Could you have it brought out, please? And when do you want to recall it for? I'm gonna put it with Judge Her. September 6th. Okay. Mr. Deary? Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
All right.
All right, so we're gonna go on your jury trial day today, but your attorney is out ill, so he won't be able to appear today. So we're gonna recall it for September 6th. And I don't think you want your attorney to find your case if he's ill, and we certainly don't want him in the courtroom if he's ill. So we're gonna bring it back on September 6th, and on that day, you're gonna be number one for trial, okay?
Okay, can I ask you,
Yes.
do I have a right to have a trial by a judge?
The way that works, and you'll have to speak with your attorney, but the way that works is you can't have a bench trial unless the state agrees to a bench trial and your attorney requests one. So even if you request a bench trial, if the state doesn't agree to the bench trial, then you can't have a bench trial. Because the state is, they are entitled to a jury trial as well. So that's something you have to discuss with your attorney, okay, and see if the state will agree to it.
I asked him, he went and asked him, they said they want to go, they want to.
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
Yes, so,
Okay.
all right,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
we'll see you on September 6th, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, Marlon Simeon. Hmm? Oh, yes.
He's in federal custody. Okay.
Okay, on that one, we're gonna reset it. The attorney is out ill.
Okay.
And do you have an update on the federal custody issue?
I don't, Judge. He just got taken into federal custody last week, and I believe there's a hearing scheduled for today or something, but it kind of all hit me last week, and I don't know too much about it yet.
All right, so on this one, let's see if we can get a 45-day reset. Would that
Okay.
give you enough
I
time?
think so. Like the AUSA did reach out to me just whenever he got transferred, but I don't know much other than that right now. So I can figure it out.
Okay,
It was last week, I think, right? Yeah.
all right, can I get a 45-day reset? September 26th?
I put in paperwork then?
I don't know. Madam Clerk,
Yes,
Mr. Cotton,
yes.
so I'm having difficulty communicating with him. You see, every time I approach him again, he changes his mind about what he wants to do.
All right, Mr. Cotton, come up, please.
Now he's stuck through, doesn't want another lawyer, which might be a.
Well, Mr. Cotton, please come up.
Yes, ma'am.
Just 1 second. What page was Linda Corley's slide on?
Yeah. For the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right, Mr. Cotton, what would you like to do?
I'm not. I'm just trying to comprehend everything. I'm a little slow, like, just trying, I'm not like the court system, but
Oh, no, here's the thing.
I'm not trying to fire him. He's telling me to fire him. That's what I'm saying, I'm not doing that. He's saying he don't want to represent me.
All right, do you wish to represent him, yes or no?
No.
All right, then you're excused. All right, just have a seat and we'll get you another attorney, okay?
Today?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, we'll get you an attorney today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Ma'am, because I
No, no.
no, no.
We're gonna get you an attorney, okay? Just have a seat. Well, let's see if we can get another attorney. Is this where everyone ducks down as we look about the courtroom?
Where are you going?
Macron?
Oh, okay.
We're just trying to figure out if you're going to be present. No, docket's already been called.
Yeah.
Level of document. What is Mr. Cotton charged with?
It's on page 9.
Page 9, okay. All right. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Mr. Shaughnessy? All right. Could you come forward, please? Are you on the appointment list?
What's that?
Are you on the appointment list?
I have been. I don't know if I'm still there.
That's I'm seeing you could take the appointment today.
I'm that crazy client of Kirk's.
Mhm.
I can, but I wanted to discuss, I don't know, I guess Marcus ought to be here on Miss Jasmine Hardaway.
Okay, we'll take care of that.
Okay.
Are you still on the list? You think?
I think so. What's this dude charged with?
Assault on a pregnant person,
Uh,
and he wants to go open to the court or either. take this-
Yeah, sure. I'll talk to him.
All right, thank you.
But I have an issue I need to talk to the court about with respect to Hardaway.
Okay, so if you're, Norma. He thinks he's on the appointment, Will.
All right.
So he said, huh?
What's that? My ears are.
All right. Mr. Shaughnessy is not a hundred. Mr. Shaughnessy, are you sure you're on the list or you're not?
I'm not sure.
Okay, he's not,
I don't know if I'm still there. or not.
yeah, he's not sure if he's on the appointment, Will. Are you on the appointment, Will?
Yes, sir.
That's
Then,
fine.
okay. Are you able to take an appointment today?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. All right, all right, Kelly Puddle,
Yes, sir.
this is yours.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right, and Mr. Piddle, when they refile this, we're going straight into jury trial.
No, I know. Judge.
Okay,
That's the plan. Do you know, we'll come back to you.
I'm sure they'll send it back.
Okay. And I was talking to Lance. I want to make sure that we get put back on it. So,
No, normal. Will put you back.
okay. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Okay, that works. Thank you, Judge.
You signed the paper?
Which one? The one he want, the one who filed, yes, he has it.
Oh,
There's two of them, Judge. This is the one for the additional funds and that's the final.
Oh, I've
order.
already signed it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it
Okay.
should be on there.
Do you want me to file my voucher now or wait until after everything's done?
I'd say wait till it's done.
Okay.
Do you mind if I file an interim then?
No,
'Cause-
that's fine,
Okay.
but I didn't want you to end up following it and the auditors, the powers that be think that you're done.
Right. No, I know that. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll do.
No, the interim is fine, but you know, to be forwarded to the doctor committee.
Yeah,
'cause
sure.
it's Itemized, then
Yeah.
it'll come back to me.
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, sure.
Thanks.
Who's here on Randall Hemet? Or Hemet?
I am, Your Honor.
Have you conferred with the state?
I have, they are not in agreement only because they have not spoken to the complainants. We filed this motion. The complainants are Mr. Hewitt's niece and nephew, adult niece and nephew that live with him. At the scene, they did not want to press charges and go forward and did not want to protect the border, but the state has not been able to confirm that.
Okay, so what we can do is we can recall it, to give them a chance to talk to
Okay.
everyone and see if there is an agreement. And of course, if there's not an agreement, then the court will make a decision.
Okay,
So are you okay for recalling it?
absolutely. I
All
can
right,
come
when,
in tomorrow.
well, when Michael comes back, we'll find out.
Okay.
What's the best date and we will go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
sure.
Hey, Judge.
All right, how are you doing?
No, it's fine. It's an interesting situation, Judge. So we just got hired on this case. Apparently our client pled last year.
Mhm.
And then the question is still out as to if he did his PSI interview, but he failed to appear for sentencing. He hasn't picked up any new cases.
So is he in custody?
He is, Your Honor.
Ah,
States agreed on a $20,000 bond, so I just wanted to approach you and see if that was.
um, Yes, so it has to go to the county magistrate, or either what's gonna have to be presented to me to hear it. It's gonna need the defendant's entire criminal history, and I'm gonna need to know if he's ever not appeared before.
Okay, in your court. Any
Every- Any court.
Oh, I see.
According to the new rules.
Okay, by motion. Okay.
Yes.
No problem, Your Honor.
Sure.
Forget that.
So, is there a reason it's not set on the docket, or have you got it received setting from Ms. Ferguson?
I think he just got, I'll have to double check in my office. They just were texting me about it, but I think we just signed on. I don't know how long he's been in custody. I think it's a very short period of time.
All right, if you want Ms. Ferguson to set it, she will, set it for you.
Okay.
And then a bond may not be an issue. Okay. No. Yeah, they don't have the information.
Or what about for reinstatement, Your Honor? Your reinstate bond?
No.
No. Okay.
So just set it on the docket for a hearing for the MTR sentence, because he just needs to be sentenced. All right, Myron Matthews.
That's me, Your Honor.
All right, and where's Mr. Matthews?
In custody.
Yes. Okay, they're gonna bring him up.
Well, then I'll approach next.
Okay, thank you.
Next judge. The other case we've got is Robert Guevara, and we're conferring right now.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
This is for you. That's off docket.
Well, thank you for taking care of things off the week.
Well. Attorney, it's ready to purchase Mr. Porter's, but she indicted. So. Last.
Yes. Yeah, that's All right, Andrews Martinez. Good morning.
We were on the docket today for the trial of the co-defendant Montez. That case was dismissed. I was told to still be here with my client.
Yes, so we're gonna come back on August 26th at 9 a.m. and everybody needs to have their witnesses present.
All right, I think I gotta check and see if I have a letter on file. I may be in Santa Fe on that day. I'll get back to the court on this.
All right, well, let me know
Because this is a case where I haven't come to the court to ask for a second chair. That would typically be the preference. So August 26th for sentencing.
Yes.
All right, so in the event I'm gone, I can also get someone.
Hmm?
In the event I'm gone, I can have someone stand in, or we just move it to the day before, or do you want me to just let you know?
Yeah, just let us know.
Thank you.
All right, Gil needs to get a reset form.
Oh,
Yes. And I'm told that the public court is walking in. There was an accident on the road. All right, and Norma, can you see if Jerry Valdez is here? Jerry Valdez. Thank you. Hey, but it's not a Monday.
Feels like it. Well, this is turning on. I'm gonna run through. For the flowers from you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Happy birthday. And I baked the cake myself.
I know, I saw that. And I love chocolate. So.
Is that like it comes kind of north, there's someone beating on something? No. Shaking what? Okay. And Brendan, just let me know when you're ready. All right, Justin Cotton. Yes. All right, yes.
Judge, just got appointed today. I'd like an opportunity to review the discovery of the clients next week and then see where we're gonna go. But I think we will need a trial setting. I don't know if you want to give us one for the next one or how you want to do that, but.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is normally reset this for 30 days. All right, and my understanding, would I give you enough time to review everything?
Yes.
And my understanding, the state has tendered an offer. Have you
Yes.
received that offer from the
Yes.
state? All right. So normal date? All right, so September 6th, then that will be your pre-deadline date. Is that enough time?
That's my time, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Cotton, that will be your pre-deadline date. Then what will happen after that date, you'll receive a trial setting. All right, is there anything else?
That's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, I just wanted to see your preference or just check on your preference for the 1715 motion. Would it be acceptable to attach a DPS report as an attachment or exhibit?
Oh, yes, however you all want to present it to the board.
Okay, I was just wondering if that's what you would prefer, or you just preferred summaries.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
All right, thank you.
yes. No
All
problem.
right, sure. All right, Brenda, you ready?
No, Judge.
Okay.
So, oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right, the court is calling 2020 CR 4575, State of Texas versus Edward Garcia. Can I have parties approach and announce for the record, please, for the state, for the defense?
A little ways for the defense.
And are you Mr. Garcia?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Edward Garcia Jr., I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Edward Garcia Jr. who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2020 CR 4575 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on February 22nd, 2021 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Violation of condition number 2, on or about the 4th day of July, 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Edward Garcia Jr.
Just 1 second. Excuse me, if you all could not talk behind the court reporter. Thank you.
Forgive me, Your Honor.
No problem. Brenna, he's asking for your forgiveness. I can hear just fine, but she's having problems.
Forgive me, Brent.
Oh, would you like me to start from the
Yes, please.
Violation of condition number 2, on or about the 4th day of July, 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Edward Garcia Jr. did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely marijuana, in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. And then violation of condition number 41, on or about the 4th day of July, 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Edward Garcia Jr. did then and there fail to complete the GPS program in violation of condition number 41.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, the state waives all other violations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No objections, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia Jr., did you understand by pleading true to violations 2 and 41, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty,
Yes.
not grant you community supervision and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2 and 41?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violations 2 and 41 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, the agreement is to deny an amend for the defendant to attend ISF.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Garcia, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. Why are you not doing well on probation?
I didn't have transportation at the time. Also with the GPS in the Oxford home, they had me paying $120 a month. And while I was on monitor, I couldn't find a job
Okay, where were you staying?
at an Oxford home called Revenants,
Mhm.
right there on Yale Street.
So where were you getting your marijuana?
I was getting it from the west side.
No, I mean, were you traveling to the west side to get your marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
You could find time to get marijuana, but you can't find time to communicate with probation and say, these are the issues I'm having. That's a problem. How old are you?
23.
All right, so you're old enough to know better. Do you have children?
Yes, ma'am.
And let me see, if you have children. Yeah. I have parenting classes on here. All right, if he's not assigned to do parenting classes with compadre, I want parenting classes with them. We're gonna do ISF cognitive plus substantive. But I also want a referral to felony drug court. And he's to remain in custody until transfer. But first, I want to see if felony drug court has room to accept him. And you need to be honest with them about your drug problem, you understand? And I know people think marijuana is no big deal, but here's the thing, when you're on probation in Texas, I don't know what other states are doing, you're not allowed to use marijuana while you're on probation, and you're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're on probation. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So what have you been doing to help your children out? And we can go off the record, Brenda.
My three stepsons, they're staying with their mom right now. Their mom, we got separated, so I don't really talk to her no more.
All right, well, maybe you shouldn't talk to her anymore. You know why? Because she has children and she doesn't need chaos in her life. And until you are ready to be the best person that you can be, and that best person is someone who's clean and sober, you don't need to be in children's lives, because that just brings chaos in their life. And I guarantee you, if you're around a child and you smell like marijuana, they're gonna smell it, their clothes are gonna smell like it, and children are gonna tease them for it. You understand? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
you're welcome. All right, who has Myron Matthews? And is Mr. Myron Matthews out here? All right, Mr. Matthews, come on up. Hello, Mr. Story. How's your wife doing?
Judge, it's America. She's doing so much better. Thank you for asking.
Okay. All right, this is on our docket for jury trial.
And Judge, we have filed, it should be in your office right now, motion for continuance, looking at funding under Ocky versus Oklahoma to get a behavioral specialist.
Okay, I don't have a motion for continuance.
It should be emailed in this morning. We're doing that and a motion for the expert at the same time.
All right. All right, thank you.
And we're looking at funding for expert in the UT Health Science Center in the area of behaviorals and also brain mapping. That would be an Ocky request.
Is it the one you called this morning?
Yes.
I'll put it up with the recording.
All right, thank you. Yes. Thank you. Court is going to call 2021 CR 9850, State of Texas versus Myron Matthews. Pronounce parties announced for the record for the state.
Michael Villarreal for the state.
For the defense.
Jay Sawyer for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Matthews?
Yes.
Mr. Matthews, your attorney has filed a motion for continuance in this case. State, have you had a chance to review defense's motion?
I haven't conferred with him about these issues, Judge.
All right, do you have any objections to the motion for continuance?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Sawyer, when,
Judge, I think about 30 days would be more than sufficient. By then we'd be ready for trial or a plea, one of the two.
all right, Ms. Ferguson, can you set this for a jury trial next month, please? And Caroline, could I have the printout for his motion to request, the motion to request for funding? I don't see that in here.
If not, I can have them also email another. It's a motion under Ocky versus Oklahoma this morning.
Oh, okay.
That's what we need to just get. I apologize.
All right, so your jury trial is gonna be September 6th.
That'll be fine, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Matthews, you're gonna be brought over dressed for trial in whatever clothing you have at the Bear County Jail. If you would like to be brought over in something else, you have to speak to your attorney about that. And Mr. Sawyer, is there any issue with regards to the clothing exchange? Just let the court know, and we'll see what we can do to expedite that.
Judge, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Here's that. Joseph Payne. All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 7231 State of Texas versus Joseph Kai Payne. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Michael Villarreal from the state.
For the defense?
White Chumley, Your Honor.
Are you Mr. Payne?
Yes, that's right.
I'm sure your document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Joseph Kai Payne who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 7231 for the offense of continuous violence against family on September 16, 2021 for a period of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 8th day of June 2022 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Joseph Kai Payne committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
And the state would waive and abandon their remaining on.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, not grant you community supervision, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. The agreement to grant the state's motion in an adjudication of guilt and assess punishment of 3 years confinement in the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. And the state is going to take into consideration 2 cause numbers. Those are NITMAG 665-161 and county court case number 686594.
Is that the agreement?
Yes.
Mr. Payne, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right. Court will follow your agreement. The court will find you guilty, revoke you, sentence you to 3 years in prison. You be credited for any time served, taking consideration NITMAG number 665-161. County Court cause number 686594. And there's an affirmative finding of family violence. And there should be no contact with Brittany Guerrero. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? And because this is a felony conviction and also because it's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand? If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. We can go off the record. You gotta do better. I mean, if you don't, you know what's gonna end up happening to you? You're gonna find yourself in and out of somebody's jail and in and out of the prison. And at some point, you're gonna look up and you're gonna find a majority of your life has been spent in custody. If you can't be around people because you can't control your temper, then don't be around people. Don't be in relationship. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Get an orchid. They just came on.
He's on the recall, but
All right, thank you, Brenda. I missed you over there.
it'd be missed sometimes.
That's awesome, Deputy Laura. All right, Robert Bell. All right, what is happening with Mr. Bell?
Good morning, Judge. We conferred today. The ADA handling the case is not here today, but I conferred with Mr. Villarreal. He may have an additional case coming for the same thing. I believe it's currently awaiting indictment. And based off of that, I would like a reset to confer with the prosecutor handling the case about both cases and try to work them out together.
All right.
And Judge, so I have some personal knowledge about this case, and that is that there is another at-large case. We know very general allegations that it's of a sexual nature, it involves a certain person. We convey that to defense, but we don't have any reports yet on that. We do know that there are potential medical records out there that we've already requested. Unfortunately, it's a smaller pediatric clinic that changed their medical record provider, and so we gotta basically go scratch response, and then now we know who the correct medical records provider is, and so we've requested those, but we don't have those yet about the new allegation.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, can you make sure on the new case that's out there that I guess is coming to Bear County?
It's sealed.
It's sealed. Can you make sure that Mr. Perez will be on that case?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and when are you planning on still?
I talked to Michelle today, because she knows more about it. We have a case number, so I should be able to hopefully request what they have so far. But part of this is contemplating a global offer that can take care of everything, not necessarily that this case will be indicted or anything like that, but that we can make a global offer.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 45-day reset? Is that enough time for everyone?
I mean,
You're hoping.
in theory, yes. Judge.
Okay.
I can do September 19th.
All right, we'll see you all back on September 19th.
Yes, Your Honor.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. Okay, time's already done. It's coming back on September 6th. All right, who's here on Marcus Bennett? You're welcome. All right, has he completed the OEP course?
He is not, Judge. He didn't have the money to do it, so he is court appointed indigents. I'm trying to get him another 30 days to complete it.
No, I mean, this case was set on June 28th. We are now in August.
Yes, Judge.
How much does the DOP course cost?
$87. He's trying to get the money together, Judge. It's a deal to go ahead and dismiss this case and move forward on the misdemeanor plea. So I'm also asking reset so that we have time to not only do the course, but also knock out the plea so we don't have to come back.
All right,
Get it off
stay on Mr. Bennett.
Yes, Judge.
This was set for June 28th. I mean, the first setting was June 23rd, then it was brought back on June 28th. And the defendant was supposed to complete the DOEP course, and then he was gonna plea in county court 5, and the case was gonna be dismissed.
Okay,
He's indigent, his counsel says he doesn't have the money for it. I don't see him getting money for it because he had since June, and we're in August to get the money for it.
Okay.
So I don't know if the state is still insistent on the DOEP course. I can give him a DOEP course right here, which is don't use drugs. Drugs are bad. Drugs mess with your brain.
let me take a look at our notes, Judge, and let me see, I'll talk to counsel.
Let me just,
All right, let's see. I know I gave it back. Let me make sure. Oh, no, here you are. Sorry.
Judge, is the court gonna reimburse you for the $87 for that one?
You know what? I say. It's Brenna's birthday.
Suggestion, I'm sure about your, some judge will sign that.
You know, I always tell people, when I was growing up, they would have a commercial about, the eggs in the pan and say, this is your brain. It's like, no, they just need to show before and after, because you know who looks
Oh, yeah.
like very badly? Like everybody in the Rolling Stones.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they have aged
Yeah,
poorly, and a lot of that has to do with drugs. According to what they said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course, but Keith Richards is gonna outlive us all. At this point, it's nuclear war and it's gonna be him with some cockroaches.
No, it's a type. Chair said she will still be around. So, yeah. All right, who's here on Jonathan Renee Pena?
Oh,
No problem. Jonathan Pena?
Should be in custody, Judge. I got appointed to nightmare cases. None of them have been indicted, Judge, and I just found out he was on probation.
All right, so what are we doing with this case? And any attorney who has a client who's in custody, you need to request them to be brought out.
So that's what we're trying to figure out was they wouldn't do.
Okay, just give us a second. We'll come back to you. And Deputy Lord, when you get a chance, if you could bring him out. Aaron Decollette. Yes, what is happening with this case? All righty, we'll see you back at 1:30. You're welcome. All right, that's come back at 1:30.
Yeah.
Wesley Crawford. All right, Mr. Crawford, come forward. Mr. Crawford, why were you late?
I thought it was 9 o'clock and 9:30, and I texted my attorney and she said it was 9 o'clock, and I was already pulling behind.
Why would you think that court was at 9:30? I don't think court has ever been at 9:30.
That's for some reason.
If you're late again, a warrant will probably be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
That's me.
All right, have you conferred with the state?
I have, Your Honor.
What is happening with this case?
So Mr. Crawford was in federal custody for a while and we didn't really get a chance to review any new evidence. They did file a motion to enhance him. However, I received some records that indicate that he may have some mental disability. And I'd like to have an opportunity to get him evaluated psychiatrically. He's got some stuff from Center for Healthcare Services and from some other agencies with the feds. So I want to just make sure. I can file that today,
Okay,
unless you want to just order it on the bench.
all right, Ms. Ferguson. Can you I filed the order for a motion for evaluation for Mr. Crawford, so we won't have it just sitting around.
And just from now on, I'll ask him to be here at 8:30.
All right, well, since you're on bond, I'm gonna have to make sure that we make all the appointments with the doctor, you understand? So, Norma, on Mr. Crawford, give me a 45-day reset. And that'll give you a chance to review whatever documents they have and speak with your client.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, September.
I'm gonna be in Portugal.
Everybody's going to Portugal. Be sure to send me photos. I'm putting that on my destination. Brenda, we should head to Portugal.
Well,
Everybody's going.
I had a trip in the 2020 and they canceled it, as you can imagine.
There's another attorney, Arguelles, who's going to Portugal. Let me see, okay. All right, we'll be back on September 29th. And do you have all the discovery from this?
I do, Judge.
State on Crawford, I'm gonna need an acknowledgement of discovery by September 29th.
Yes, sir.
And then you're gonna have to tender an offer also on Mr. Crawford once Ms. Guerrero gives you the information that she has.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Judge, County Court 5 has them set for the 18th. We have a deal to go ahead and just add DOEP to the plea on the unlawful carry. So he'll plead to that and then.
All right, it's County Court 5. Yeah. Who's 5?
Linwood.
All right.
He's
There's
doing
no
on
reason why it
Zoom.
can't be done today.
They're on Zoom. I think so. We need that.
Well, I mean, at least before the 18th, because it's just the second. You want to see when they can take you?
If we get, I mean, my deal was just getting this reset and I can get with Linda to go ahead and do an earlier date. That's fine. I just needed to deal with.
Okay, because I want to set this at a time when I know you're doing the plea over there.
Oh, you want to set for the same day?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you can find out what's the earliest they can,
Yeah, let me see if I can do that.
all right. And then we'll give you a reset for that specific day.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Jonathan Pena. Okay, all right, thanks. Jeremy Duque.
I'm present for him, yeah.
Yes,
You want him?
yes.
I was hired on him about 3 weeks ago. Judge Angelini reset me for today. I had just gotten hired the day before the last setting. I've reviewed discovery. I'm still going through videos and ADA has updated the offer. So we're just asking for a little time to consider it and for me to finish.
Okay, because the notes I have in the file, which are not notes that I put in here, I'm assuming the previous judge here, it was recalled for July 13th for a plea. And then July 13th, counsel hired.
Sure.
So we're reset for today. How much time does your client need?
Judge, I mean, we wouldn't ask for more than 30 days, but obviously it's up to you. But I mean, I would just ask for a normal continuing job.
All right, do you have all the discovery?
But we do.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset?
We can do September 6th.
Okay, September 6th is your plea deadline date. The court will not accept any plea bargains after that date. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, and state, I'll need a discovery acknowledgement on that date.
On that day, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Everyone, the court is taking the break at 11:30 today because court has meetings, so anything that is not ready by that time, you got to come back. All right, Jonathan Pena. All right, did you have a chance to confer with the state?
Yeah, we're still looking at it because of on the unindicted cases, so I guess when it says this for contested hearing on it.
All right,
Yes.
all right. Norman, can you set state on Mr. Pena defense? And I'm sorry, you need to be on this side.
Oh, sorry.
All right, can you give me a date for a contested hearing? Defense is saying they want a contested hearing.
Okay.
And it'll be for set for contested, and then, of course, if you all decide to do something different, then let the court know.
Yes,
But just be prepared on this day for contested or entering a plea. Okay, August 29th. How many witnesses are anticipated?
3 to 4.
All right. We can do 1:30.
30.
All right, we will see you at 1:30 p.m. for contested hearing. Santos Serrano Paula.
Oh, there's you need an interpreter. Sorry,
All right, and he needs to be dressed for trial. Why isn't he dressed for trial?
Oh, I don't know, Jeff. I don't know. I was hoping we could get just one more plea deadline so I could try and discuss it a little bit more with my client.
All right, today is jury trial date and plea deadline date. All right, we're gonna get an interpreter up here.
Okay.
No, can you get an interpreter, please?
Yes, I'll be.
Oh, just have a seat. All right, anyone ready on Bennett? Jasmine Hardaway.
Present, Your Honor, she's in the front row. Sister Spears and then I could have heard. Could I say it again?
All right, she's on the front row because she was late. Why were you late for court?
Somebody hit the back of my car. I'm already over here.
All right, I hope you guys exchange information.
Yes, and I'll hurry up and get it. I've never been late since then.
Okay, I'm looking at the docket sheet. I don't see that you've ever been late before.
You can check my monitor and make sure I came on time, left early, everything.
Okay, so we're here for a jury trial date today.
Your Honor, I wanted to inform the court, since the last time we were in court, back in May, the day of the Uvalde shooting, I was put in Methodist Stone Oak for a week on a saving direction. Ultimately resulted in being placed on a catheter that I still have.
Okay.
And it just saps the energy out of me. I don't think I could do 3 days of jury trials back to back.
Okay.
I had a doctor's appointment on the 27th. A urologist came down with COVID. So it's rescheduled to the 12th of August. And they're talking about a pacemaker. And frankly, I don't have the energy really to deal with the jury trial at this time. Hopefully that will be remedied after this urologist figures out what's going on. At the present time, it's kind of a struggle to get through 8 hours, much less 8 hours of a jury trial, to be honest with you.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2021 CR 11
think it's 3 ones or 4 ones.
One. For now, I'm watching as you type. State of Texas versus Jasmine Hardaway. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Marcus Sanders.
for the defense? All right, and are you Miss Hardaway? Yes, ma'am. All right, so this is set for jury trial today. Off the record, the defense has told the court in so many words that he is not ready. A motion for continuance hasn't been filed. State, do you have any objection to an oral motion?
No, Judge.
All right, so defense.
Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to also, in a kind of a cloud over everything, my computer went south, so I haven't been able to compile any documents for the last couple of days.
Okay.
So that's on my list of to do, but I'd also make an oral motion for continuance. And to be honest with you, I don't know what date to utilize for a new date, simply because of, I don't have any definitive answer from this urologist.
Okay, and I'm sorry, if you want to put on the record what you told the court off the record,
if
just a
you
little
want-
bit of it,
Well,
so that the record can be clear.
sure. In May, whatever day the shooting was in Uvalde, I was sent to the emergency room at Methodist Stono, where I spent a week on a saline drip because of a urinary tract infection, kidney malfunction. I was eventually put on a urinary catheter that I'm on still some 8 weeks later. And for reasons I don't understand, just causes immense fatigue in my latter part of the day.
So is it safe to say that you're unable to sit in a jury trial at this time and concentrate on a jury trial?
That is, unfortunately, yes.
Okay. So any objections to the defense's oral motion for continuance?
No, Judge, Mr. Shaughnessy has kept me up to date on everything and we have no objections, not a surprise.
All right, so
Mr. Sanders is also going to discuss this case with the family of the victim, so maybe there'll be some headway in that regarding.
all right, the motion for continuance will be granted. Now, here's the court's next question. Mr. Shaughnessy, do you need a second chair? Because I don't want us to come back.
Oh, it certainly wouldn't hurt.
All right, so we're gonna appoint a second chair, Ms. Ferguson. Can you talk to Mr. Shaughnessy about the appointment of a second chair to sit with him on this case? And can I have a 60-day reset, which people will tell you that is unheard of, that I do 60 days.
I can tell myself that.
All right.
I'm aware of it. I'll talk to Norma about the second chair.
I can do like August.
Not August. All right, we're gonna come back on October 11th, and Mr. Shaughnessy, there's gonna be a second chair appointed to this case today.
Okay, what about Mr. Villarreal?
As a second chair?
Sure. Judge, there's no reason I should have.
Okay. All right, so the jury trial date will be October 11th. We'll see where we are.
Well, let's go. Approach one more time.
Yes.
They recalled it for tomorrow afternoon. They do please in the afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Want to recall this one for the afternoon as well?
Yes, and that's been it.
It's that's been it.
All right,
Let me
we'll
just give
recall
you a
it for tomorrow afternoon.
That'll work.
Ms. Ferguson will give them a reset form. And we'll know that you're gonna be there before you come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's in person, so he'll be a front hall.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Hope you get better. Well, I know you will get better.
We'll see.
Adam Carroll. right, what is happening with Mr. Carroll?
So Judge, I believe we have an agreement worked out. We have three things happening, though. We have a plea on his two motions, one the motion to adjudicate, one the motion to revoke, and then we have a plea on one of his indicted cases. So in regards to the court, how they want to handle it, I think maybe we can take up the plea first and then the MTRs afterwards.
Oh, however you all want to do it, I'm fine.
I think that would be best if we can
Okay.
handle the plea and then the MTRs. So
Okay. All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 4111, State of Texas versus Adam Blake Carroll. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Ryan Groomer for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Gary Hilliard, Mr. Carroll, sorry, Judge. Good morning.
Good morning. And are you Mr. Carroll?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Carroll, it has listed as. It has Jay Norton listed as your attorney of record. Do you have any objections to this attorney standing in?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Off the record for a moment. Albert Gutierrez, the interpreter is here, so if you want to discuss a couple of things with her and give her the case number and everything. All right, we're back on the record. Defense, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
We have and we did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Next, Mr. Carroll, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Judge.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Mr. Carroll, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of felon in possession of a firearm? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Judge.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I do, Judge.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Carroll, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Judge.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, Judge.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea bargaining agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. There are no applications. This will run concurrent with 2016 CR 5487W and 2016 CR 10468. State will take in consideration 2022 CR 4110. NIMAC numbers 662653 and 67089, and there's a motion to destroy the weapons. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
State is at the plea bargain agreement.
It is, Judge.
Then next, I'm going to show you what's entitled waiver repeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
I have no, Judge.
Then to the offense is charged in the indictment, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence to support the defendant's guilty plea?
Yes, Judge. State would offer state's exhibit number 1.
No objection, Judge.
Mr. Carroll, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulations of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we can't hide from the facts of this case, but Mr. Carroll's here today. He wants to take responsibility for his actions, Judge. We just respectfully ask that the court follow the plea agreement in this case. While it doesn't excuse his behavior and the facts in this case and the others, the truth is still the truth, Your Honor. Blake, or Mr. Carroll, has been on a downward spiral since he's lost his mother in 2011. And his sister will attest to that if she needs to, but I spoke to her yesterday. He was very close to his mom. She passed away suddenly in 2011. This is not an excuse, Your Honor. We're not trying to excuse anything, but the truth is still the truth. Ever since then, he's struggled with substance abuse problems and has spiraled to problems with methamphetamines. So that's why we are here today, because of his addiction to drugs. He's taken full responsibility for his actions. Hopefully the court will follow the agreement. We'll give him sufficient time to go to TDC and hopefully readjust. He's got a loving family that support him, Your Honor. He has a job. Should he come out as a land surveyor, it's well paid. He can be rehabilitated. He's just asking for another chance after he's paid his debt, Judge.
All right, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in prison, give you credit for any time served, that there's $1,500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. This is run concurrent with 2016 CR 5487W, 2016 CR 10468, taking consideration 2022 CR 4110, night mag number 662653, 670896, and the weapons are to be destroyed. Would you like to be considered for the therapeutic community?
Yes.
All right. Here's the thing about the therapeutic community. I have no jurisdiction to force them to accept you. All I can do is request it for you. But I do know if you do not request it, then you most definitely will not receive it. So you have to request it as well. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor, I did.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is going to proceed with cause numbers 2016 CR 5487W and 2016 CR 10468. And each of the cause numbers, I'm showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. First amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. And second amended motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision. Did you review those documents with your attorney and did you understand them?
Yes, Your Honor.
And cause number 2016 CR 487W, are you the same Adam Blake Carroll who was placed on deferred adjudication for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 to 200 grams on September 28th, 2016 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, Judge, that's me.
And are you the same Adam Blake Carroll who was placed on community supervision in 2016 CR 10468 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on June 27th, 2017 for a term of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on same allegation in each motion?
I think so, Judge, and from my view of them, they both track the same language.
All right, any objection to the state reading one allegation and your client answering that for each motion?
No.
All right, state.
Judge, violated condition number 1, on or about the 14th day of December 2021 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Adam Blake Carroll, committed the offense of unlawfully carrying a weapon in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that in each motion? True or not true?
True.
We'd waive the remaining conditions on both motions, Judge.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 1 in 2016 CR 5487W, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to just one moment. Oh, I'm sorry, and sentence you up to 20 years in the prison. Did you understand?
Yes. Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1 in 2016 CR 5487W?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in cause number 2016 CR 5487W, the court will find violation of condition number 1 true. And did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1 in 2016 CR 10468, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1 in that cause number?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then in cause number 2016 CR 10468, court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there an agreement?
There is an agreement, Judge. In 2016 CR 5487W, we asked that you enter an adjudication of guilt and then revoke Mr. Carroll's probation and sentence him to 8 years TDC to run concurrent with 2022 CR 4111 and cause number 2016 CR 10468. In cause number 2016 CR 10468, we ask that you revoke his probation and reform the underlying judgment from 10 years to 8 years and sentence him to 8 years TDC to run concurrent with 2016 CR 5487W and the other case he just pled on 2022 CR 4111.
Is that the agreement, defense?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Carroll, are you asking the court to follow that agreement in each of the cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you waiving your right to appeal in each of the cause numbers?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then in cause number 2016 CR 10468, the court will sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This is to run concurrent with 2016 CR 5487W and 2022 CR 4111. And in cause number 2016 CR 5487W, the court will grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 111. Is there another one in there?
I think it's 4-1.
All right.
4 and then 3 was 411.
All right, 2022 CR 4111 and cause number 2016 CR 10468. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
No, Judge.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor.
And each of the cause numbers, I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
All right, and each of the cause numbers, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in each of the cause numbers and in the previous cause number where you were sentenced, because these are felony convictions, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in each of the cause numbers, I'll request the therapeutic community.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, we're off the record. Here's the thing. Everybody has lost someone. Everyone has gone through things in their life. And the best thing that you can do is to try to make that person that you've lost proud by your actions, and doing what you're doing is not making them proud. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you got to better your life. And with the time that you have left on this planet, you just got to be the best human that you can be. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome.
Excuse.
Yeah, you may be excused. Thank you. And could I see Michael Villarreal, please? And is it just me or is it hot in here? Thank you. I tell everybody, you know, it is hot. Tell everybody that it's hot. Okay. Oh, you can leave. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know you have your thing and everybody can come back at 1:30. All right, so where's the person who needs the interpreter? Is that Albert Gutierrez?
Lost the keys. Help and find some keys.
All right, anyone see any keys?
So you're a key.
Keys
Thank
now.
you.
All right, you're welcome.
Sounds like-
I didn't want to.
Hello,
Good morning.
good morning. All right, can I have all right, and Brenda, we're not on the record.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Serrano Paula. Yes, all right. So we have an interpreter here interpreting for us. Today is the day where you make a decision of whether or not you're accepting the plea offer from the state. Do you understand?
Say,
Yes. All right, so defense, did the state tender the offer?
They did, Your Honor.
All right. So Mr. Serrano Paula, are you accepting the offer or you're requesting a jury trial? Jury trial. All right, Mr. Paula, your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargains in this case. The court will only accept pleas that are open to the court. Do you understand? Yes. All right, and state in the defense, I'll need a acknowledgement of discovery. And Ms. Ferguson, can you give me a jury trial date? All right, your jury trial date is going to be September 6th. September 6th? Yes. Thank you. All right, do you have any questions, Mr. Paula? No. All right, we'll see you on September 26th. You'll be brought over dressed for trial and whatever clothing you have at the jail. If there's something else that you wish to wear, you'll have to speak with your attorney. Your attorney can make arrangements for that. And Mr. Gutierrez, is there an issue with the clothing exchange? Just let the court know.
What was the date?
September 6th.
6th.
All right, we'll see you then for your jury trial, September 6th.
I apologize. I thought at some point I heard you say 26th.
No, 6.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else, Mr. Paula?
Nomás que mi familia también podría traer la ropa, porque esa ropa era de trabajo. Cuando me traje esto susto.
Well, maybe my family can bring some clothing for me because the one that I have, they were work clothes and they are dirty.
All right, if you'll speak to your attorney, they'll make arrangements for that. And as I said before, Mr. Gutierrez, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, just let the court know.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. All right, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. It's always great seeing you.
Likewise.
All right, Mr. Villarreal, you're
Yes, I'll be back for now.
Gregory Ulola. Who's here for Gregory Lee Ulola?
Oh, it was Jackson Lindsay.
Carlos Garcia.
Yes, Judge.
All right, the court is calling 2021 CR 6597, State of Texas versus Carlos Alejandro Garcia. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Ryan Gruber for the state of Texas.
for the defense?
Scott McCrum for Mr. Garcia.
And are you Carlos Garcia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, I'm showing you the acknowledgement of discovery. Have you received all the discovery in this case that you review with your client?
Yes, and I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Just a moment. Deputy Laura, are you able to move Mr. Gutierrez and his client to the end over there? Thank you. We're back on the record. Mr. Garcia, I'm going to show you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you weigh the reading of the indictment?
Yes.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We're not, Judge. State is proceeding on the lesser included offense of second degree robbery by threats. And we are also waiving the enhancement allocation.
Any objection?
No.
Mr. Garcia, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? The range of punishment for that offense is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
He has.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does.
Do you believe he's currently confident and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Garcia, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Just one moment. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of robbery. Punishment is to be assessed at 30 months in TDC.
It is, Judge.
All right, $500 fine, and there's no application. All right, I was calculating, I'm like, are we in federal court? We're doing months.
We got creative to get it done. Judge.
All right, no problem. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense is at the plea bargain agreement?
Yes.
State is at the plea bargain agreement.
It is, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offense of robbery, lesser included offense of robbery, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest. Your Honor.
State any evidence.
Yes, Judge. State would offer state's exhibit number 1.
No objection.
All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and right to remain silent?
Yes, I do.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Your Honor.
Then the court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 30 months. And TDC, give you credit for any time served. There's a $500 fine, time and money to run concurrent. Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you. Do better.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on Robert Guevara?
I have Your Honor.
Yes. What is happening with this case? Where is Robert Guevara?
Right here, Your
Come
Honor.
up. All right, Mr. Guevara, you're scheduled for jury trial. So are you accepting the offer tendered by the state or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you are?
No, you're rejecting the
Oh,
offer.
no, I'm rejecting.
All right, so I'm gonna bring you back at 1:30 for your jury trial.
Great.
All right,
See you 1:30, Your Honor.
all
Thank
right,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, again, who's here for Gregory Ulaw?
I think it's Jackson, Judge. He was here throughout the morning, but I don't know where he attended.
Thank you. What page is it on? All right, let me see the. Did I see the file on Valdez? And if you get a chance, can you bring out Jimmy Valdez, please?
He's downstairs, Judge.
That's okay.
All right, Judge, I didn't have them on the calendar. I didn't
No problem.
look at it this morning.
All right, when are you able to come back?
When would you like me to come back?
All right. Yes, Thursday.
Very good. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Thursday morning.
No, he's coming back. Yes, he's coming back. Yes. Here's this one. All right. Gregory, you all?
Yes, Judge.
All right, where's he?
He's present in the box. He's.
All right, let's bring him up. So what is happening on this case? Where are we going?
Judge, I've conferred with the state. There's some, and I was talking to my client, there's some additional discovery I need to get from the state, but it's on my file.
All right.
So I'm asking for, I believe it's our first trial setting.
Okay.
Asking for a reset.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can I have a 30-day reset on this case, please? All right, we'll see you back on September 7th. You're welcome.
Page 9.
Okay, I need to see the file.
Second pair, 150.
What page is it on?
He's on page 9.
All right, is David Countess in back or no?
Yes, we can right here, but.
Okay. Let's recall it for next week.
Next week on the 8th of March.
All right, let's. Okay. Can you let Mr. Candace know his attorney's in trial in another court, so his case is being reset for August 9th?
Yes.
And which court is he in trial in?
437. I second.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe swing that might be.
Anthony Villarreal. Yes.
So Judge, I filed a motion for bond reductions on both these cases. I'd like to have heard. I have one witness that's in the hallway. I can go grab her right now, Judge.
Okay, so here's the thing with bond reductions, you know about the new code of criminal procedure. So what I need, and I don't know if anybody has it, I'll need the GPS for his entire criminal history, and I'll need to know whether or not he's ever not reported to court.
Okay.
And that's for everything. So I'm gonna give you the section because I know nobody knows it off their head yet. I'm pretty sure afterwards, everybody will know it off the top of their head.
So I thought that didn't take effect until, was it September? I've seen the code, but I thought that for some reason, I thought it didn't take effect till September 1st.
No, and they've actually already started the process and at the county magistrate's office. So if you would like to go to the county magistrate's office, they could probably do it very quickly.
Okay, well, it says for arrests after December 21st, or sorry, December 2nd of 2021.
Yeah, we've gotten word that we have to do it for all of the cases. So if you want to, if the state can give you that soon, if somebody has that, then we can proceed. If not, the persons who would have it available, readily available would be at the county magistrates, because I know they already have the repository set up where they can pull all of that information.
Okay.
So whichever,
You able to- So I guess do we need to just reset it for a week or so, or how do we need to do it?
say, how long will it take you to get the information?
Don't even know how to get that information. I think it's gonna be, have to be done by them.
All right, what we can do is if you'll just have a seat. And we'll see if we can call the county magistrates and see when they can do it.
Okay, for Judge Carruthers?
We can either do Judge Carruthers, or when I say the county magistrates, I mean Magistrate Ramirez
Okay. so-
Brown. Yes. So just give us a moment.
Okay.
All right, so we still have. All right, Norma, we have Joanne DeHoyos on Leach,
Yeah,
Joseph Stateson.
Yeah, he is stuck in traffic on 35. So he said he can come in the afternoon.
All right, so we'll put him at 1:30. And then Jose Rodriguez Rivera is a fugitive. Ruben Rodriguez is 1:30. Alexander Williams, 1:30. Ducolette, 1:30. Joshua Carroll, that's done. Andrea Watson is coming back at 1:30. He's in custody. Ruben Rodriguez, 1:30. Henry Peterson. Okay, they stepped outside. All right, thank you. All right, Anthony and Villarreal, we're gonna check on that. We have Scott Marcelino. They're not here. That's on the recall.
Oh,
So that's supposed to be with Lamori.
he's gonna recall that on 3rd,
Okay,
so that's one of the.
and then we have Robert Guevara, that's coming back at 1:30. Roberto Martinez. Have you heard from Mr. Hunt?
I have no. I do not.
That will be 1:30. All right, then we're gonna take our break. And we'll be back at 1:30 for jury trial. And I'm gonna look for yours. Just give me a moment, Mr. Garcia. Oh, no, just give me a second. I'm gonna try to call to make that happen. All right, because I don't want you to, because they may be able to send something to me. All right, and then we'll be able to take it up, but I don't want you to, Jeff, come down here and I know you have your witness, so just give us a moment.